paranoid. Look, nothing's here.
Oh, what the fuck is that shit? Oh my god, it doubled it. I just said this. My first double apothecary was heist, not the strong boxes. Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Kalandra League 3.19. In this episode, we're going to be going over how Heist is OP. Here's a quick, free guide. Let's get straight into it. You're unlocking the missing rogues. You came into Heist, you have no rogues. You're like, bro, I only have a few people. I'm missing everybody. How do I unlock them? This is going to go through everything as quick as possible, so you can skip to the timestamps of the stuff you want. But for starting it off, you can use Tibbs to unlock Tulina, to unlock Nenet, and then you use Karst to get Huck, and Huck gets Niles, and Niles gets Vinderi, and Vinderi gets Gianna. So for example, you start a contract with Tibbs, like a level 1 brute force, and in the contract you'll find Tulina. On completion of the contract, sealing the target and escaping, you unlock Tulina. Now I'll show you completing a contract. Okay, so you come to the end of the contract, and then here you go. This is the target. Urn of the original ashes. You steal it, and then you just have to escape. You just run out. And then we escape.
You've got quite a stature.
Step 2. You can level up your rogues to max level for each of their jobs. The reason you would want to do this is faster job speed. You can then complete more contracts, all contracts. You can throw away and filter out bad contracts. You can unlock blueprints and do blueprints. You should use level 83 contracts to get more XP, and you should use gear that's level 2 or 3, as I show in these pictures in the bottom left and right. Level 2 gear, level 3 gear, and it means level 2 and 3 in a job. And then you can get it with job XP gain. So you can see they have 10% increased XP, job XP gain, which a few of these really add up and save you a lot of time. I was able to level up all my rogues in 4 hours, unlock and level them up in under 4 hours. And so job XP is your main priority on low level gear. You could craft this. You need a high item level to be able to craft it. You could maybe go for not as high, like you don't maybe need the 10% job XP gain. You don't need any of it really. You could just take a little bit longer. So I'm just saying don't spend too much. And then if you just get one set of leveling gears, so just like a brooch, cloak, weapon, etc., then you move that around, and you don't actually have to make all characters leveling gear. You just make one and move it. Do one rogue at a time. And then one level 83 contract can get a rogue level 3 from 1 to wear the XP gear. So you literally just play a single 83 contract, and now you can wear the XP gear and you can level up your rogues faster. That's what I recommend. So you just use level 2 or 3 rogue gear for the XP, and then you can just move this around. So I had another item. I couldn't find it. I think it was job speed on a weapon, but I couldn't find it, which makes sense because I was looking for job XP and I couldn't find it. Yeah. And now I have heist gear priorities after leveling, because you only made the leveling gear, if you even made any, and you have no gear on any of your rogues. You have them fully unlocked, you have them leveled up, but you don't have gear. So what do you want? I give you Gianna as my example here, and I can also show it in-game. The brooch. I want a duplicate basic currency, and duplicate divination cards is extremely strong because basic currency is also stacked X, and then divination cards because Gianna does deception, and deception is a lot of divination rewards. The cloak, 12% reduced, raising of alert level from opening chests is T1. You can get lower, and it's also perfectly rolled. Bonus stats are job speed, players have increased move speed while area is not in lockdown, and then there's also a bonus one down here that I wrote, which is cloak. Cloaks also have chance on opening a chest and not generate alert level. I wrote good mod, but can be RNG based, because if it never does this for a whole like contract or blueprint, then it's a useless mod. But then sometimes it could activate too many times and you already were not going to trigger the lockdown, so you didn't need this anyways. And having the consistent every chest you open gets reduced is much better rather than this RNG one. So this is like a afterthought, but it is technically an extra layer of making sure you get enough alert level. But anyways, weapon, just job speed, maybe an extra aura like Grace or Purity of Ice, etc. Tool, depends on the base for which auras you can actually roll. You can't roll all the auras on every single weapon base, by the way. And then tool, +1 to level of all jobs is amazing. You could also get +1 to level of deception for Gianna. And then the bonuses of an extra level is it upgrades the rogue's perk, it upgrades their job speed, and then you can use the rogue on more jobs because the job levels are higher of the rogue, so they can be chosen more often. They're a higher skill. And then a bonus set on the tool is chance on completing a heist to generate an additional reveal with Wakano, because if you're going to be using Gianna to do deception contracts to get your reveals, and you're getting Wakano and Gianna reveals, then you could get extra reveals 15% or something, I believe. I want to show you this in game now. The Gianna gear I was able to get was the double duplication, so 12% was T2 for basic currency, and then I had T1 div. This actually got me the double Apothecary, the 14%, and then I had reduced raising of alert level on the cloak, but then I also had job speed and the move speed. This one was +1 deception level, just for the perk, and I figured the +1 all didn't matter because I was only doing deception, but it does, and I'm not using her on blueprints, right? So then I do have the extra 12% chance for reveal Wakano as well. It was to save money, and then this was job speed 20%, and then you also I got Grace for free. So overall, really cool. And the quant of drops is cool, and the rogue marker increase from the primary target is also cool, but the main stuff was the money making, yeah. And I obviously recommend rolling the prefixes, I mean implicits, except for this one, you don't need it. But this one, rarity, this one, deception speed, use blessed orbs. So then I continue prioritizing duplication of basic currency because I have a trinket. 1% chaos drops as divine. Let me show you this. 1% chance in heist for chaos orbs to drop as divine orbs. So the way we thought about this is basically the divine orb is 200C, 210C. So when I drop a chaos, it's like adding 2 extra C value on top. So they're like 3C per basically, because 1 in 100 for that value. And then this is a lot of added value when you're getting chaos orbs, and so it makes currency chests way better, and then basic currency duplication better, and basic currency duplication still works on stack decks anyways. But yeah, I've been trying to target divine orbs. I got 3 already from this, and I think that a stack of chaos orbs converts fully, and it only counts as a single roll for this, so it's a 1% chance for 6 chaos orbs to turn into 6 divine orbs. I just haven't hit it yet, so there's going to be some like big drops coming soon from my heist. Let's get back to this though. And then cloaks also have the chance to not on opening a chest and not generate alert level. Told you it's RNG. Then you use level 5 bases like Whisper Woven Cloak. The item level 83 is good enough to hit these mods, and good luck. I crafted with alterations, augments, regals, scours, spent 5k alterations and bought some of the gear. It can get pretty expensive, so try not to spend too much. And I wanted to show you a bonus of my gear specifically. Most of them just have the +1 to level of all jobs, right? But some of them have an extra stat, which is, I got 2 of them, +1 all jobs and engineering for heist, so you can fracture these in harvest now, because you can do 1 of 4. You weren't able to do this, because there wasn't 3 prefix, 3 suffix, and there wasn't 5 mods, so now you can, and so I was able to get my +2, and now I'm chancing out generate alert level on opening a chest using agility, and then the +2, and the reason to do this on Vinderi and Karst, I could do it on a couple more like Tulina and Nenit as well, but Vinderi has duplication, so it's 14% more loot with him and 16% when you level him up. And then why level up his engineering and why use a level 2 tool? He can't use a higher tool for his engineering, so you have to use this level 2 base, and then I level up the engineering to 4, and the reason to do this is I want to use him on more of the blueprints. So some of these blueprints would require engineering 4 once you reveal them. Engineering 3 and engineering 4. This one has 2 base, and I haven't even revealed anything. So the point is, I want to be able to use Vinderi on more blueprints to get more duplication, to get more loot. Same thing, Karst. Raise his lowest skills so he can be used on more. You could also raise the perception, technically. Similar thing, but getting another 4. And I had to use a 2 base because it was only a level 2 skill, and I raised it to 4. Now he could be used on more. And I raised the perk from 40 to 45, and then the duplication. It did raise the alert level, but our gear is so insane at reducing the alert level that I actually usually get to open most of the chests, and then we continue to try to stack this duplication currency div on everybody, because when you use these people on a blueprint, you actually select three rogue people on one wing, and they stack their effects, and so we get like a 40% chance of duplication of the stuff instead. It's really insane. Blueprints and reveals. You want reveals for blueprints. You don't need them. You could technically go a blueprint, but it's kind of cool. And then when you do a blueprint, you get to stack the rogues and the duplication bonuses from the gear and their job speed and all that stuff. It's crazy. It's like so much more fun playing blueprints with good gear. You get reveals from completing contracts, 68 plus item level. Deception contracts give a Gianna reveal and a Wakano reveal. It gives double reveals. After leveling rogues, I kept only the priceless, so you could use these tags in your search, in your stash, to find these and pick them out, and these are the ones I want. Priceless, precious, deception, lockpicking, and gave the rest of the contracts away. Deception contracts have no doors on the way out, tons of divination chests. Lockpicking is a lot of currency chests and cars. Priceless, precious is high value target contracts that give a lot of rogue markers, like sort of the inverse relic and shit. You spend rogue markers on blueprint reveals too, and you can sell the target to fastest. I already showed the clip of stealing the target and leaving the contract, so you know how to do it. Easy. So yeah, you've organized your stash, you've thrown away all those. I only have these left, deception, and then these are lockpicking, and then I have my blueprints after, and then yeah, I threw away all of these contracts to other people, and even my guild won't take them. They only took one contract in like a couple days, and it's because I took all the good ones, and it's actually hilarious that you filter it down, and you I only had like 200 deceptions or something. I'll show you my reveals. I got like 200. 166 left, 133 of the Gianna. I did a bunch of reveals already, and yeah, it's kind of crazy how after sorting it all out. And then the funny thing for you is tunnels cannot drop deception, repository cannot be deception, and bunker cannot be deception, so you can take them off your filter after, unless you still want the lockpicking contracts. So that's a funny thing. These cannot be deception. So no matter what, even if you vendor recipe them for a new one of these, because you can do 5 rare tunnels and get a new tunnels contract, it doesn't give you deception. So it's only from these ones that you can get deception. Blueprint revealing. I used Gianna to reveal wings because of the massive discount, and Wakano to reveal reward rooms. So I told you get both the reveals. Now let me show you this. I have some cool ones here. This one seems fine, or this one seems fine. Like, I don't care. It's enough to so I told you I already have their things, and then I used Gianna because of the discount, and technically I could get a bigger discount if I had a +2, because I would raise her perk. But I only have the +1 because I suck, and I was like, it's just rogue markers, I could just buy them, it's not actually interesting. And so I use her, get the discount, huge discount. It would have costed more with Wakano, and then you could switch to Wakano since I have so many of these reveals and they don't have the discount on the single rooms because they're cheaper. And then I would buy up these currency divs, and you could see it starts to get more expensive the more you unlock, and different rooms cost different amounts. And then my final thing is you can see this like hooded, this means a door, okay? These are doors, and this means the skill. This is deception, but this is a door. And then you can see this is the door to the curio display. The curio display is the end, and this is where I come in. So if I open this escape route, it actually lets me leave immediately. I want to on completion. This one is the room next to the escape route. It's terrible. And this one is one, two, three. Third room from the escape route. And then it's one, two, three, four, five to the curio display. So it's like barely saving you any, and it takes an entire reveal and the rogue markers, and you still have to open the door with a skill that slows you down. So it has to actually be like a worthwhile door for you to really take it. So then I continue. I reveal all currency and divination reward rooms. I reveal escape route close to the end, so I don't have to backtrack the whole blueprint. And you could also reveal unique reward rooms for the Gilded Reliquary Scarabs, maybe even Legion 2, maybe Metamorph if you like the Catalyst, or you like Metamorph Scarabs. I alch my blueprints, Chaos Orb to a higher alert level reduction, 25% plus. I skip Reflect Fizz. You can technically do Reflect Fizz if you get 100% reduced Reflect Fizz damage for your minions. I also skip Cannot Regen. You could technically do it if you get a Life Flask and a Mana Flask, but it's really annoying, and also if you die in a heist, it's really terrible, because you could lose all your loot. Lockdown starts immediate on your blueprint is very scary mod. But it's actually a cool, good mod, because it can give 10% alert level reduction. So this could actually help you just open all of the chests and never even trigger the lockdown that starts immediate. So keep this mod in mind if you roll it. You can roll it as a benefit, but then know that you have it and don't trigger the lockdown, or you're going to lose your rewards at the end of the blueprint. You won't be able to take the curio display at the end. It'll instantly lock you down. There's no timer. It's over. There's no... Yeah, okay. Then I wanted to show you rolling a blueprint. So in-game, just quick. When you alch it, it gains this mod, alert level reduction 27%. There you go. That would already be done. I don't even have to chaos it. Easy. And then these mods are fun. I'll do the final thing now, because we're gonna get into my build stuff now. This is pretty much everything for heist. You're a heist expert now. You're a heist god. And then the final thing is, yeah, you can take it to the planning room down here, and then you take your blueprint, put it in here, and then you could select your team. And I would always select Vinderi and Karst as my main priorities, and my second ones after that are Nenet and Tulina, because they have really high alert level reduction, so you can open more stuff to go with the doubling. Karst is Vinderi is your number one, and then you do Nenet over Nenet over Tulina, and then you would do Niles over Gianna for deception, because Niles can open a chest after the lockdown, and Tibbs can open 2 chests after the lockdown. Pretty cool. So then we'd have Karst, we got Niles to open one, and then in it. I don't do duplicates, because then they don't duplicate the perk, so you're missing a perk. You want to have different people, because their perks are actually really beneficial. Like, to go over the first one, I have the duplication and the more raising of alert level, then I have less raising of alert level, then I have less raising of alert level from opening chests, and then yeah, this one is just the difference of losing my duplication and the more, and getting it to open another chest. So this one and this one are going to be really easy to open all of the chests and have no problem with alert level. This one, because of Vinderi, it would make it more difficult, but there's not that many chests, so we're actually probably fine anyways, and we don't have the extra Niles to open a chest after the lockdown, but this would be good, and I'd lock it in. Easy. My move speed build update. So this is going over every single move speed modifier in my build that I could think of. There's a few more that you could go on top of this, but I didn't do it. Okay, so switched Plaguebringer Ascendancy to Mistress of Sacrifice so that the offering would affect me. We're talking about Flesh Offering affecting me. 16 move speed. You could also technically have taken the extra 20% increased effective offering from the Mastery, but I didn't do it. So 67% move speed from my phase run, Ashes, because it has massive quality, so the phase run just has crazy move speed. I have it permanently up. So the base was 41 from the level 23 phase run, and then the 26 through the quality. Really cool. And it's permanently up through the increased duration and the cooldown recovery rate on my boot. So then I got the 30 move speed from from Haste. I ran Haste instead of Grace for this. 30 move speed from my boot, 10% from the enchant when not hit recently. through the enchant from lab, 27% move speed from a flask mod on the ruby flask, 14 of the cheetah with mage blood with the enkindling orbs, 78% move speed from a quicksilver with mage blood and kindling orb, 20 move speed from an arena master, 4-second duration, 12-second cooldown, but I have the alt qual move speed, minion move speed, which gives it some cooldown recovery rate. Inspired learning jewel buffs, giving haste, berserk 20% more move speed, mini speed buffs. Not in heist, but acceleration shrine is 75% action speed, or that action speed from the lightning dot in Eater of Worlds influence. And then there's me sitting on 255 move speed, going up to 285 or 305 during, you know, the arena master, etc. Or if I use the Mistress of Sacrifice or not. And then we have, or when I'm hit or not. And then 305, and then random inspired learning on top of it. And then in maps with the extra acceleration shrine, really fast. This shit's insane. Next. I also wanted to go over my golem changes, because my build changed from my build update video, so I wanted to go over the Elementalist Necromancer hybrid golem variation, because right now we're a 3 carry-on, 1 stone, 1 chaos. Okay, so it's Forbidden Jewels for Elementalist Ascendancy, so it's 125 golem buff effect, an extra golem, and the golems are immune to elemental damage. Then I have the golem jewels, so Anima Stone, Primordial, and 3 Primordial Harmonies. Golem Commander on the tree, so it's 5 golems total, 3 carry-on, 1 stone, 1 chaos, and 255 golem buff effect on the chaos and the stone. So 700 regen without the golems, and then I get an extra 600 with a level 28 anomalous stone golem, and then I get 17 fizz damage reduction with the chaos golem. So it's like 4 endurance charges. I don't actually lose damage because I went a 5-link zombie in the body with the carry-on, and they do a lot of damage. The main thing around all of this is minions are aggressive wand is very important, because otherwise the zombies are lazy. Also, the extra minion survivability from the +4, allowing me to put the zombies in the chest. They can still die even with 55,000 life and doing damage, and yeah. The wand mod is only found... I also have 6 dread marches and they still die. Yeah. Yeah. The wand mod is only found in Delve in minion nodes, depth 50 plus, and can be found pre-fractured. So it's unfractured or already fractured for you as a drop. You can't roll this mod. You can't craft it with like an alteration, but you find it. Minions are aggressive, and then you could actually fracture it yourself in Harvest, Horticrafting bench with Life Force. I have a crafting video. Also, people always ask me, Ethan, I don't know what you mean by fracture. Well, in game, I have this like yellow mod. That means it doesn't change. I can craft on this. I crafted on it, and it just stays there. It's a guaranteed mod. It's really powerful. Then the other one is to make this yourself, because you could find it like this. And you found items like this, I'm sure, where it has these things at the top, you know, next to the name, this like gray icon, meaning it's fractured, and then it has a fractured mod. You just didn't realize they could get really good mods, and they could be already fractured, and it comes from Delve. So then this one, you could fracture in Harvest 104, so it's a gamble, but then if you do it 4 times, it's kind of a guarantee. You just get one of these unfractured, and then you could get it fractured yourself, and just be careful of the item level. So you should probably watch the video if you're going to try to do this without even looking at the actual crafting video. But this is how you would actually get the fracture. Click the Horticrafting, type the fracture, and boom, and it's 10,000 of that and 1 of the sacred crystallized life force. Nice. That's everything. So that's everything. That's heist. You're a heist expert. You're a heist god. You're all cut up. You can actually go level your people, unlock the people, make all the muns, organize your contracts, organize your filter, run your blueprints, reveal them, get your reveals, make tons of money, gear up your people, get a cool trinket. Some other trinket options, in my opinion, are the Regal Orb to drop as Divine Orb, and that one's really good too. I was seeing quite a lot of Regals. It's similar where this is too expensive, and you could also run this other trinket I found, which was chance in Heist for basic currency drops to be duplicated, and there was also Heist chests have a chance to duplicate contained basic currency. These seem pretty cool too, just because of all the currency, and then stack decks too, and then they just duplicate, so that seems pretty cool. This is like 5% more basic currency, kind of. Either way, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys enjoyed this Heist tutorial, Heist guide. I hope you guys enjoyed my build overview of the move speed and the golem survivability stuff. It's really strong, really big upgrade. And yeah, I didn't lose damage, and so it's just really good. I could obviously switch to 5 carry on instead, and then it would be more damage, but the damage gain isn't that massive for those kind of defenses. I think this is pretty worth it. And then we actually have some benefits too. You have a chaos and a stone, and the stone can taunt, and then the stone rolls and slams, and some extra clear, and then the chaos golem is attacking and has the cascade and does some chaos damage, and also really cool. And you have some extra minions that aren't just the carry on golem, and then like we split the damage with the zombies anyways. It's really cool. Either way, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys enjoyed this guide tutorial. I hope this could help you make tons of money. If you do, hey, hit that like button. If you guys hit that like button, you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for good luck, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!